Well, hello there. Welcome, everybody. We are back with some Minecraft. Sorry I missed last week. I was just kind of busy and also didn't really feel like it, for complete honesty. But I did do a little bit off camera. I have some cows. They be cowing. I did find some moss, so I put some there. And I did a little something cool. Okay, right here. Boom, look at that tunnel. It is more complete. We got this andesite, I believe it is, all the way through now. Boom. Also, our boy grew up. They grow up so fast, as always. And yeah. I think that's about all we did. This was left over from when I had those guys on a lead. What's up, gang? I decided I want to solve my food problem, so I figured we already have a little bit of like a, just for looks, little wheat area here. So, might as well put that to use. Just use whatever we get there to breed these guys, then the slaughter will happen eventually, you know, as it does. And, we shall be fed. So, for today, I think, hold on. I want to try to reorganize this. Maybe. I don't know. Because that seems like a lot of work. And I don't like doing that. But we could also get the book thing under control with getting enchanting stuff, because I found a lot of diamonds actually, because I was looking for moss in those little underground cave areas, you know, the lush caves as it were. And I think my diamonds are here. Yeah, I got 49 now. I found like 30 diamonds before a single lush cave, so that was neat. Also, I should probably keep one water bucket just in case. Cool. So I have some books here. There. I don't know how many is required for like a full set of bookshelves. I'm not quite sure. But I also could raid some local villages. I am sure. I got some leather too. I could probably make some use of. Take that beef so I can cook it. Yeah, not totally sure. But yeah, I think, well, hold on. What's our, yeah, let's get some cherry logs. I was gonna say, what's our most common wood? I don't want to waste, like, you know, like dark oak on this. Yeah, just make all that. Okay, then we'll just pop and pop. Like so. Okay. And put a little more. Books. Awesome. I'm not sure how many you need for max enchants. It was like between 15 and 20, I know. But we should be good on that. The other thing I need to do is actually find a location for the enchantment stuff. Hello, Mr. Egg. Hello. And I don't know where I want to put it yet. Because I was thinking about putting it on top of these, but first of all, the pond's too small. The pond I had in a previous world where I did that kind of thing was way bigger. So I think I'm going to need to find a different, bigger place for that. And also I just like how it is right now. I might make this one a little bit deeper, because it feels weird that the one that's draining into this one is deeper than that. I also need more sea pickles. I want some more of those. It's going okay, guy. How goes it for you? Also, yes, I am pondering. Straight up scheming right now. I believe I have enough bookshelves. I am going to probably raid some villages, though. because I am a colonizer, and I want their books. And I forget if I already raided this village for all their books. But we shall see. Ouch, my legs. I don't think there was any down in the pit. Well, yeah, there was also like a tavern over there. I don't remember if I went and looked for books there. Y'all got a school here? I need your books. I forget how whack this village is every time I come here. Yeah, their education system really has a lot to be desired. And you got this spooky cave children are just wandering into. You know, despicable. Also, I think I'm being attacked. That's not cool. Get me up there. I don't think you have books. Well, yeah, because I hate children, so that was my first thought. I wouldn't want to steal them from a library. I mean, that's immoral, you know. Children, on the other hand, they're just begging for it. Kids don't want to read anyway. They're out here on their iPads nowadays. Kids these days, you know. I don't see a single gosh darn book. Are we seriously bookless? Really? Does anyone know how many bookshelves it takes for max enchants? I was thinking 15, but I could be mistaken. Because I had enough for 15 bookshelves, but I figured I'd get a few more just in case. So is that a lush cave? No. Maybe? No. I can say if I went all that time trying to find a lush cave, and there was one just right here, I was going to be so mad. Oh, also since last time, I lit up a lot of my land. Just because I got access to a lot more moss. So, more carpets. Yeah, I noticed that you said 2 messages, and then Mario said 1, and then somehow you got second place for it. I don't make the rules, man. You're on like a chat cooldown or something, I don't know. I don't know if there's like a toggle for it on my end. No. No, there's not. I can look up my top fans. It says that Harry Mario has 50 XP and you have 15. That's the only info I can give you. Okay. So... let's see. What should we do today? I did a lot of what I was going to do just off camera since I didn't stream last week. So I'm not totally sure. I should have made like a little layout for where I'm going to put this enchantment area. Because obviously I don't have room in my house. Unless I build a basement, but that's cheating. My cozy little cottage. Where would I even put the stair? Right here? Despicable. So... can I feed you guys yet? Are you hungry? Are my cows hungry? I cannot have hungry cows. And as previously mentioned, I could probably clean up my chests, but I would rather die, so I think I'll just have 1,000 chests with, like, everything in them. Okay, cool. Create child, thank you. I like how I get experience from them smashing. That's crazy. Why am I taking notes? What a creep. I should have plenty of sugar cane. It is 15, cool. I'm gonna make a few more just in case, because I want to be decorative with it. So, I'll have some extra of those. How to make a book? Oh, just like that. Okay, cool. Boom. Boom. Awesome. It is sex ed, but it's for cows. I don't want to know that. That's up to them to figure out. Alright, 22 bookshelves, not bad. And I think I want to use, like, the nether wood. Because it's very, like, mythical looking. Maybe if I can find a pale garden. I don't know, I've never used that wood. I've never even been to a pale garden, to be honest. I've never been. I don't have, like, any wood. We're probably gonna have to go to the nether. That kind of bums me out. You know what, we all just kind of moo. We moo and eat grass. I smoke grass, but I don't eat grass. So I can kind of relate. I'm like a cousin to a cow, you know? My bad. Okay. Let me get something gold before I go in the nether. I learned my lesson. I need gold. I have 2 chest plates. I just got boots. I just want boots. Boots. There we go. Now we're all thugged out here. Heck yeah. Well, goddamn, I'm sorry. I just got here. What was that? I'm sitting here on my phone, I'm responding to text messages, and I'm getting shot. What's up, gang? What are we doing? Hold on. I need to respond to messages. Okay. This way. Although I kind of wanted the blue one. Was there a blue one near here? That's fine. Ooh, more quartz. I also wanted quartz. You can never have too much quartz. Yeah, of course, you know, yeah, after my super successful, you know, Dark Souls 3 hammer run, I got all these businesses, you know, trying to contact me. I'm in contact with Mr. Beast, you know. He's a huge fan. Honestly, since these glow with this shader, I might just keep them in log form. If I can find the blue ones, that would look sick. I need to build up. I hate having to build up for stuff like that. I need to find... You know what? I might make that an objective today. I need to find a jungle so I can get some gosh dang bamboo. I need some scaffolding. I hate not having scaffolding. It is so cringe. Oh, hi there. Big boy. Mr. Beast would never hurt a fly, come on. Also, he has lots of money, and I would like... lots of money. he has more than enough to share. I'll get in there a little bit. I mean, are you honestly telling me that if Mr. Beast was like, hey, I would really like you to be in a video, and I will pay you, like, this amount of money to, like, cameo in it, you wouldn't say yes? Like, people have taken much harsher bribes for less, you know? And it's not like Mr. Beast is like a deranged pedophile or something. He's just like kinda cringe. Like, to my knowledge, he hasn't like hurt anybody. More messages? What do you want? Okay, nothing. Cool. Sorry, you know, Mr. Beast, he's trying to get to me, you know? I'm gonna be in his next, I was gonna make a Mr. Beast reference, I realized I haven't seen a Mr. Beast video in like 4 years. I got no idea what he's doing. Is he making another Squid Game? I've also never seen Squid Games. Where's the blue? I feel like it was this way. I know there was like the Soul Sand area, but I feel like it was like further this way. Well, I mean, technically blue. I found blue. Oh, blue! Blue, 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 blue. I found blue. But because I'm a silly little guy and I get lost every 15 seconds, I'm gonna hop over here and screenshot my cords. Bop. Yeah. I really wish this wasn't, like, the worst spot to be in. Like, why am I so high up? I guess technically I am on a mountain, right? Well, no. My house isn't that high up, is it? I'm gonna try to go around this way through the forest here. And try not to die from giant hog things. I just wish, since there was no, like, water buckets here, that there was, like, a way easier way of going up and down. Especially down, because you can, like, bridge up, but... going... I just don't like it going down. Maybe I can get, like, a block of hay. Or, like, a bed. Or, no. I don't want to risk placing a bed, because then I'll click it and die. Okay, well, what can I bridge with? Cherry planks. I'm also out of food. That sucks. Why am I like this? Like, why is this so inconvenient? Well, that was awesome. Okay. You know what? I'm probably gonna die here, but that's okay, because I can just come back with food. I mean, I could boat down. That also feels like an exploit. Like, I want, like, an actual way to do it that doesn't feel like I'm cheating. I just wish it was more convenient. I hear hogs. I see hogs. I just want blue wood. What does a guy have to do? I should also probably not be sprint jumping. I need to, like, make this hunger last. I guess I could kill the big hog guys. That could work. Can I kill you? Thank you. Nom nom nom. Yummy. Did I have a bridge here at some point? That looks like a bridge. Welcome to blue. Lots of blue. I think this is also kind of where the fortress was, if I remember correctly. I like the sound this makes when you mine it. It was the least direct line, but it was the safest line. Because the other one was a straight drop. Any small trees that are convenient for me? Oh, yeah, I was here. That's where all my blue wood went, as I had a broach at some point. Well, that makes me sad. Cool. I need to see your top 10 blue locations. Somewhere in Blue's Clues, probably, as foreshadowed before. What other blue places are there? Definitely not that, Shrine of Amana place in Dark Souls 2. That's, like, the top 10 worst blue locations. The ocean? I hate the ocean. That sucks. I went and took a trip to Florida when I was like 10. It was the only time I ever took an airplane to something. That was terrible. Not really the ocean's fault, but it was way too hot. This was the summer. So it was like, you know, in the 110 degree range Fahrenheit. The water was all like muddy. There were stingrays in the ocean, so you couldn't even play in it. You had to like shuffle to not step on a stingray, because it'll insta-kill you. There's fish that would rub up against your leg, and it was the most terrifying thing ever. Bottom of the ocean is also terrifying, and we don't know like anything about it. There's like these super cursed like fish shark looking things that look like they're actual demons. Like it's a horrible place. Terrible, no good. don't like lakes either. They have leeches in them. Terrible. Leeches are my #1, like, phobia, I guess you would call it. Oh, there goes my axe. Not paying attention. Any kind of parasite is horrible. I hate it. If I found out I had a leech anywhere, I think I would sooner just peel my own skin off than try to deal with it. Oceans and fish. Yeah, I don't like fish either, like as a food. It like tastes salty. Maybe I've just only had bad fish, to be fair. But I don't know. I don't get the hype. What? A bucket of blue paint you put on your head once? What? Don't put paint on your head. I think that's step 1 in the process. That's a bad idea. Also, I hunger. Give me more food. I think I found the culprit. Stop doing that. You're freaking me out, little man. Get out of here. You're snorting at me. I don't like it. Just need something to bridge with. I came here with, like, no axe and no food. Very poor planning on my end. I think I've been in a cave once. We went on a road trip. It was like a side attraction. And I don't like the concept of, like, big caves. But it was like... Or, sorry, small caves. But this one was big enough to, not feel, super crushed by the walls. Though I remember on the tour, someone brought, like, a very upset baby that was crying the entire time. And it was kind of a bummer. Why do people bring babies places? I hate that. First of all, why are you bringing your baby into a cave? That's a terrible idea. Top 10 worst places to bring a baby. Where? I hear an upset little baby ghast. Well, not a baby ghast, a big ghast. I don't remember where the cave was. It was not the state that I live in. It was on a road trip, but I don't remember what state we would have been in. And I don't get people that do caving as like a hobby, unless it's like very touristy caves that don't involve like any super intense climbing or equipment. Like if you're just like walking into like an open one, I think that's fine. But if you're out here like with a headlamp and like actually charting new territory, like you're just testing God, and I don't think that's cool. It is terrifying. And don't do it. Yeah, I remember the cave had like a light show at the end. It was like all red, white, and blue, and they played like the national anthem. It was kind of neat. I mean, you see stuff like the Nutty Putty Cave, which is like the most famous like caving disaster. Well, maybe not caving disaster, it's just where a single person died in a cave, and it was like the most terrifying way to go, and his organs got crushed because he was in such a tight squeeze, and he was stuck upside down for days while they tried to dig him out and they couldn't do it in time. Like, why do people do that? Stop it. I'm gonna kill one cow because I'm hungry. Actually, no, that's a terrible idea. I'll just eat the glowberries. And these give, like, no hunger back. Awesome. Okay. Well, the cows should be picking up pace. Just the more you have, the more you can breed. I think... I would agree. I would agree. However, we live in 2026. There are so many ways to itch that adventure, or sorry, to scratch that adventure itch, you know? Like, do it in VR. Play a video game. Watch a movie. You know, you don't have to, like, actually risk your life to do these sorts of things now. And you reserve the right to do that, Mr. Harry Mario. You can absolutely do that. But it is also within my right to laugh at you when you die in a caving incident. That's just how it works. Like, haha, look at the idiot out here testing fate. That's funny. You died in a cave alone and scared and cold and hungry. That's hilarious to me. You chose that voluntarily. What an idiot. That's what I'll say when you die in a cave. But you know what? You go ahead and do that. It is within your right to do. You know, and it's always people that are, like, super content in life, too. Like, specifically the Nutty Putty Cave. It was, like, the dude had, like, a wife, kids, was making, like, hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, like, super well-paying job, and he just dives head first into a dead-end cave and kills himself. Like, what are we doing here, gang? Like, you had so much going for you. It's insane. You had so much life to live, and you threw it away for nothing. You explored a dark hole. Congratulations, man. And again, I think there's a limit to it. Like, if you're just walking through a cave, even, you know what, I'll even give on your hands and knees. But if it's the kind of squeeze where you can only move after you exhale and it shrinks your body down enough to where you can crawl, like, on your stomach, and if you were to take a deep breath, it would, like, crush your bones because you're pushing so hard against the floor and ceiling on the other side of you, that's just mental illness. That's horrible. Why would you ever do that? Like, if your goal is exploration and, like, discovery, you would just mine the cave. They're not mining the cave. They themselves are wanting the challenge of conquering this, like, unhuman level of... I don't know how to put it. It's just crazy to me. It's like the difference between, like, hiking, like, a trail or, like, a little mountain with, like, a path and climbing Mount Everest, you know? Like, you don't gotta do all that. You can just go on a hike. Like, you can enjoy nature. Because I've heard from some people it's like an adrenaline thing. Like, they enjoy actively being in the life or death situations of cave exploring. They're like, yes, I really enjoy the part where I genuinely don't know if I'll make it out alive. And that's insane to me. But I get it if it's just like low key. If it's like, oh yeah, I was in a cave for like 2 hours, you know, we just walked around with our flashlights and, you know, like the cave I went in was fine. It was all lit up, there were tour guides, things were roped off, there was never any climbing. It was literally just a giant open cave we just walked into and got to see pretty lights. Like that's it. I'm also, back to Minecraft, I'm thinking about putting a floor here to block this little cave entrance here. I don't know if I have this much dirt, though. Either way, I'm going to have to light this up. Because little guys like you start spawning and hurting my feelings. I think the most blatant example is like skydiving, where it's like there is no goal here. Like you're not gonna, whatever you think you're gonna find, you ain't gonna find it. It's so weird. I think the furthest I would go is like a roller coaster. I think it's the unchartedness that freaks me out. Because, like, a roller coaster is like, humans are never meant to go at that speed, right? Like, it's the same with cars. Like, humans are only built to go at, like, a maximum of, like, 12 miles an hour or something. But, like, we found ways to make it safe. And, like, roller coasters have all these safety measures, and they're actually, like, safer than driving in most situations. But, like, well, why are we jumping out of planes? You jump out of a plane if there's like an emergency and you're about to crash. Why are people doing that for fun? That's nuts. I have wood on me. I don't know why I'm looking for sticks. Would you jump out of a plane? How many people here would jump out of a plane? Yeah, you do you. And for the roller coaster thing, I only go on, like, non-upside down coasters. And honestly, half of it isn't even, like, the fear thing. It's just because I have glasses, and that's hard. Because I want to keep my glasses so I can, like, see what's happening. But I don't want to lose my glasses. Because they're very loose. I have, like, XL glasses. But I didn't get them because I needed them. I mean, I guess maybe a larger size head, but I just liked them because they're like square metal frames. The only ones they had were like fucking Shaquille O'Neal glasses, so they're really big. And I don't want them to fly off. And if I'm upside down, my level of control is very much limited. I really liked Six Flags in St. Louis. That was a fun park. I don't know. It's been many years since I've been... I was gonna say on a roller coaster. It's been many years since I've been to like a park. Like a theme park. Yeah, I mean, I'm also, like, I get the adrenaline thing, but, like, I can just watch, like, a scary movie and get that. I don't need to actually put myself in a scary situation, you know? Like, that part's so unnecessary. I think I'm going to build this at, like, this height. I think this is good. I just want to cover this up. I might build my enchantment spot here. I don't know yet. I'm also most certainly going to need more dirt. And I can still spawn-proof this area, because there's like another entrance that way. Yeah, I would be totally down to ride a roller coaster again. It's been many years. I could probably do upside down stuff now. I'm just much braver in general, I feel. I think for me, a big motivating factor is like, or I guess back then it would be like, oh, but what if something breaks and, you know, my life's in danger? Nowadays, it's like, I want that to happen. I will absolutely take a lawsuit. That is awesome. This is how I get out of poverty. I win lawsuits. Like, oh, hey, your roller coaster malfunctioned and I've been left paralyzed. Awesome. I'll never have to work another day in my life. That's epic. I would so quickly trade my legs for a steady income. I would trade my ability to walk for like a absolutely goofy amount of money. Like, it'd only have to be like 100K a year, and I would voluntarily never walk again. That is awesome. If I get to sit in my little dungeon and play Dark Souls every day, and I could upload videos so much faster, I don't have to work, that's so cool. Get me in there, coach. Like, that's awesome. My uncle, which I don't really talk to, he wasn't, like, super close with, like, my part of the family. He got into a car accident, at, like, a stoplight. He was in some kind of work vehicle that didn't have a door on the driver's side, and a cop ran a red light without his siren on and hit him from the side, and it launched my uncle out of the car, and he almost died. And then he got into like a big lawsuit with the city, and they were gonna like settle for like not even enough to pay his medical bills from it, but his lawyer like really locked the fuck in and got like a whole lawsuit going. And I don't know the exact numbers because I was kind of younger when it happened, but I think he made out with like $7 million from that lawsuit. And he's pretty normal. Like, he doesn't have any, like... I think he had, like, a phobia of cars for a little bit, but I think he's over that now. So he just gets to live the rest of his life just doing whatever he wants to do. He never has to work again. That is so based. Please, any cops in the area, shoot my kneecaps out. I will gladly take the free check, you know? Because at that point it is free. I cannot walk, that's fine. I can deal with that. That is a small price to pay. I will be the martyr. But I don't think I've talked to that uncle, like, since it happened. Or, like, since it immediately happened. I think he just, like, resells stuff on eBay. Just as, like, a hobby. And it makes a little bit of money. I could just give you my legs anyway. It just sounds like I really don't want legs. Yeah. I think it was kind of him being like not great about it, but I think he was like a scalper during COVID. Like, I think he was like that guy that would like hoard toilet paper when it was hard to come by and like resell it on eBay. I don't know why he did that. He had more than enough money. He did not need to scalp shit during a pandemic. Super shitty of him, but I don't know. But now I think he lives in a nice house in some city somewhere. And he just gets to vibe. And that happened when he was, like, late 30s. Like, imagine only having to work, like, 15 to 20 years in your entire life. That's so awesome. This is also not going to be enough dirt. But it's more more dirt than before, so. I should also specify, I'm not, like, in poverty. I'm just, like, very much in lower class. I'm not, like, in massive amounts of debt or anything. I just kind of break even with every paycheck, which isn't great. But I'm not, like, in fear of losing my living space or anything. Don't mean to sound too over dramatic with that. That is so freaking dark down there. I thought this was lit up. I don't know. I could build something over here. Okay. Where can I get more dirt? Mayhaps on the other side. Let's see, I can just go around this way if I, like, really need access to down there for some whatever reason. So, we can just block that off, make it look nice. Because I kind of like the terrain around here. I don't want to, like, completely ruin it. I just shave some off the top on some of these. Oh, I think my biggest worry if something like that were to happen is, like, how bored would you get? Because I remember feeling that as a kid with, like, summer vacation from school. Like, it was really, really cool for, like, the first month, but then it pretty quickly set in that, like, without an objective to, like, get home from, life felt kind of boring. I'm worried that would happen way too quickly, and I would, like, want to work. Because, I mean, I feel that with, like, videos. Like, I want to work on videos, like after work. Because I'm thinking about the videos, like, all day, and, like, what I'm gonna do, or, like, what edits I can make, and whatnot. But, like, on the weekends, I don't feel really motivated to do that. I'm worried that would happen. And I'd be like, I don't have any motivation to do anything, because I can just do it at any time. I am at my least creative when I'm unemployed. I was unemployed for a long while. Kind of like 3 years ago now. And it was just super depressing because I was like looking for jobs. I was qualified for jobs, but just no one was hiring. And it was super just demoralizing. And oh, just very depressing. A very sad point in my life. And I just couldn't do anything that I wanted to do Because, like, on one hand, it's like I should be looking for jobs. Any free time I'm wasting playing video games feels bad. Like, I shouldn't be doing this. And then just the other hand of, like, I have so much time, I don't have motivation to do anything. I truly do not have the unemployed mindset. Okay. This is still probably not enough dirt. Take a little bit from right here. Man, what I would do for dirt slabs. Oh my god. I mean, I know they're adding, like, what is it, concrete slabs in a new update? Give me dirt slabs. I need to smooth out this mountain. Concrete and wool, yeah. Cool. What even is the new update, aside from that? I don't know what's happening with this game. Was it like the slime, not slime thingies? Like sulfur caves? Because I think I could have updated to that for this world, but I'm still like on the previous update. I think I'm on like the... I don't know what update I'm on, to be honest. Does it say on F3? 26.1.2, whatever that is. Ooh, an autumn forest. Nice. I almost don't want to explore far away now, just so I can get some of those to load. Yeah, I knew the sulfur stuff was out. I didn't know, like, if that was, like, last update or if that was, like, the current one. I just do not care. Like, I'm glad they're doing, I guess, faster updates now. But I just can't really seem to care about the updates themselves. I think the last good one was, like, the copper golem update. I thought was kind of neat, just adding more uses for copper. I'll always take that as a win. But, like, a lot of these updates should just be a patch. Yeah, I'm sure if I would get there, if I truly was unburdened with money, and I was in a spot where I knew for a fact I would never have to work again, I think I could get there creatively, because there's no thought in the back of my mind being like, oh, you should be working right now. But I'll sadly never be there, so I'll never get to experience that. I'm gonna shave more off this one. I think the thing I would want redone the most is the potion system in this game. I would like a potion update. Because I don't think they're good at all. Like, think about how many potions are, like, actively useful to your average player. There's fire resistance. There's slow falling if you're doing the end dragon fight, I guess. Am I missing one? Oh no, don't get me wrong, it'd be awesome if they were doing both. Like, giving us small updates where they work on the big ones. But I'm just worried they're not doing that. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm just kind of worried that might be what's happening. Yeah, I don't think I have ever brewed a potion in this game. I'll be straight honest. Like, I don't think I've ever done it. I've never felt compelled to do it. Yeah, like strength, I guess. Yeah, weakness for curing villagers, yeah. But that's like the only thing I can even think of. I think I'm also just gonna level this whole thing now that I'm here. I want it out of here. Yeah, it's like a lot of them are just terrible. Like, not only is crafting potions like very convoluted and not like user-friendly at all, but like the potion effects themselves are like actively not good. Like, was it the increased jump height one? Doesn't protect you from fall damage, so when you jump, you just take damage. Like, did that not get playtested? Like, how did this make it into the game? What are we doing? How did that pass anything? I do not, also, I don't know what the oozing or infestation potions are. Maybe those are good. I don't know. Yeah, like the only one I could even conceive in a universe that I would use is like fire resistance for like maybe like going under lava in the nether to find netherite, maybe. Like, that's it. You don't even need strength unless you're doing PvP because, I mean, first of all, it's Minecraft. Like, what are you fighting that you need strength for? And either way, the balancing in this game is so whack that, like, you go from, like, kind of weak to a godlike being in, like, 2 seconds in this game. Like, right now, I have okay defense. I just have standard iron. But then by the time you get diamond armor, you most likely are enchanting, and you just do it all at once to max out an armor piece. So it's like, you go from iron armor to fully kitted out diamond immediately. And before copper, those were the only, like, 2 armors you'd really be using. Because, like, you're not making leather armor. That's hilarious. You're obviously not making gold armor. Because it's kind of worse than iron. You're not making chainmail. So I guess potions could be useful in that very brief period of time before diamond. Also, fun story about fire resistance. Hello? Fun stories. I love fun stories. Yeah, potions of healing. I feel like they only heal like 2 hearts though, right? Like, I don't feel like they're that good. Unless I'm just making them wrong, or if there's like multiple tiers for it. And I guess it's not that potions have 0 use, it's just they're just very niche. And the only, like, niche purpose is, like, PvP. Or, again, like, the slow falling for, like, if the Ender Dragon hits you up really high. That's, like, the only thing I can even think of. In retrospect, I should have probably leveled this, like, after I enchanted my stuff. That would have been smart. Might as well finish off this shovel, I guess. This is the kind of stuff I like doing in Minecraft. Can't really build well. Mining can get kind of boring, but this is the kind of task I can do. Maybe they should just be more common to find, like, as loot, you know? Make witches more of a common mob, and have them drop, like, a random potion or something. I don't know. I feel like they should do something with it. It feels very underwhelming right now. And I feel like that could be, like, a small update, you know? Like, just touch on potions. Just completely redo how they work to make them more viable. Because I feel like there's, like, an odd amount of effort behind it, to where it's, like, kinda in-depth, but it's for nothing. Like, everyone talks about the end update, and, like, obviously, yes, that'd be cool, but more realistically, we're not going to get that for a long time. I think Mojang devs have expressed, like, disinterest for it. I think that's a more realistic update we could get. I thought it was kind of funny, you mentioned tipped arrows. I remember seeing that, like, a tipped arrow of healing could be really good, but they actually do more damage than they heal, so it will never be useful for anything. That's funny. I like that. Unless you're using it maybe like on a hostile mob, because I think healing stuff hurts hostile mobs, maybe? It's like that in Dark Souls anyway. I don't know if... I feel like I heard that happens in Minecraft. I don't know. Just spice it up a little bit. I feel like they should just combine the effects of, like the splash potions with the arrow types. So like when you shoot an arrow, it has like an explosion effect wherever it hits. And it will do the, like, the damage part will only hit where the arrow hits, but, like, the effect that's tied to it is, like a 2x2 block radius or something. I think that could be cool. Yeah, I don't know how much that would mess up, like, PvP stuff, though. I don't know, I feel like Minecraft is such a big game, it's just kind of hard to do anything in it appease the majority. I have a feeling that Mojang really wants to just make a Minecraft 2. And they could just unify Bedrock and Java. Realistically, there would just be no Java. It would just be Bedrock, so they could still have a marketplace. And then they would have full creative freedom with it. Because they're kind of stuck making a game. Or updating a game that was made in, like, 2007, right? And then, like, full release was, like, 2009 or something. And they have to do all that. They have to appease everybody. They have to try to keep the original art style intact. You know, they have to do all this, you know, not hurt the spirit of the game. But they're so bad at making new games. Like, I think Dungeons was their only, like, even mild success, and even then it kind of died pretty fast. Like, have you ever seen anybody play, like, Minecraft Legends? Who has played Minecraft Legends? Raise your hand. Who has seen anything about that game? What other games do they even make? Was there, like, Minecraft World? Was that a thing? It was like a mobile thing? Like Pokemon Go, but for Minecraft? I think that the Mojang dev team is kind of just incompetent. And that's very harsh, and I feel bad for saying it, but I just legitimately think they're fundamentally not very talented. Minecraft Earth, yeah. Surely discontinued. Makes sense. But, like, everything good that they've ever done was built off the back of something that already existed. You know? Like, all, like, the universally loved stuff was made before, like, Notch left, right? Like, I'm sure they've done great things. Like, I'm sure they've made improvements to the game that was all their idea, but they do it so slowly and weirdly, and the game's super unoptimized now. Like, this game was made in 2009, and the recommended specs, I think, were updated to be like 16 gigs of RAM. Since it's a Java game, it runs on like one core on your CPU. Like, super weird decisions. Oh, hi there. Watch him sell moss. Damn. I really wish you were selling me bamboo. Oh no, don't get me wrong. I really loved the Nether update. I think was wholly extremely good. And I think the Caves and Cliffs was great when it was revealed, but then because they're Mojang, they had to split it across like 7 different updates to get everything they were promising. And I feel like most other devs would have just delivered on it. Like, they'll spend a year crafting an update that should have been like a quarterly drop, you know? There's that old screenshot that is kind of funny, that's like average Minecraft update versus average Fortnite update. You know, Fortnite's like, yeah, we added a whole new map, an entirely new lineup of weapons and items, completely different movement system, all new cars, like all this stuff. And then it's like average Minecraft update is like, we added a wood and flour. But like, that's so true though. And like, I don't like Fortnite right now. I think has kind of gone down the shitter, so to speak, with their AI shenanigans. And I also just haven't genuinely enjoyed the game since like 2019. But like, I mean, look, they're both live service games basically. Minecraft has a marketplace. Like, they're making incomprehensible amounts of money. There is no excuse. They got whole billion-dollar movies coming out. Like, this is not a small indie company. They're backed by one of the biggest tech companies in the world. Like, it's embarrassing. We should be getting Cave and Cliff updates, like, every 4 months, you know? Well, yeah, of course it's not apples to oranges, and Fortnite devs are mistreated. But, you know, I guess when they're all replaced with AI, we'll see. Thank you, Tim Sweeney. The GOAT. He's about as smart as an actual goat. Yeah, I think it's more so just like a sarcastic over... What's the word? I don't know. I lost it, but it's just an example of the sarcastic variety. But I think the underlying facts are true. Why are we getting such small updates like these updates that are coming out right now? These should be basically like monthly, and they're just not. I don't know. It's just like I've heard this example before, but remember when Redstone was added in a weekly patch to this game? Like nowadays that would be stretched over like a 6 update cycle over the course of 4 years. We just got like an entire actual computing system in Minecraft as just a, oh, here you go. I had time this weekend. What happened to that? What are we doing? You just made like an entire section of the game just on a weekend because you felt like it. Where did that go? Can we get that like kind of energy again? And I think only most of it is their fault. I think another point is what I said before of just there's so many people to please. There is a good number of people that think this game should never be updated again and that it's already too bloated. And then there's people like me that are kind of screaming at them to just add more shit. Like I can never play vanilla Minecraft again. It's too bare bones for me. I need at least this mod of just like vanilla plus stuff, just a few more structures, a few more dungeons to explore, stuff like that. I can't play vanilla. You have people that just only build and want as many blocks in the game as possible. You have people screaming at them to stop adding blocks to the game. Like, you can't please everybody, and I think they know that, and it makes them not add anything. It's hard. I do not envy their position. But at the same time, I just think they're really bad at their job. I was gonna try to smooth this out a little bit. I could add like a little water. You know, no, that's too much work. Never mind. Ignore me. I don't know. Like Mojang, Game Freak, and Sonic Team are like the the horsemen of bad devs to me. That like fundamentally don't understand what they're doing and just win anyway. And it drives me kind of crazy. But again, I'm not a, you know, some cases multi-billion-dollar company, so what do I know? I don't have billions of dollars. Clearly they're doing business better than I. Activision? Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I could put them up there. They're stupid in a different way though. And I say this as a COD player, a poor abused COD player, uh, who is probably gonna buy the next one anyway because I've learned 0 lessons. But I don't know, man. They have just lost the plot so much. I think it's kind of like Sega with the Sonic team in that regard. I think Activision and Sonic team are pretty similar. They just fundamentally misunderstand what makes their games fun. And just ignore successful things. Activision's a lot more money hungry about it. Sonic Team, I think that's why I would put Sonic Team below Activision. Activision is very clearly in it for the money. Also, I have dirt. I don't know why I was running back. Activision does their decisions because they're the most profitable, even if it sabotages their own game or creative integrity. Sonic Team, I think, is just incompetent, which makes them worse to me. Like, Activision is like the new EA of today, of just like blatant, yes, we're doing this because it is worse and it kills the game faster, but we make more money in the time that it's alive, kind of way. When Sonic Team just doesn't know what to do. They're just allergic to making a good game. Canceling a Sonic Mania sequel to not, like, milk the brand dry or whatever their excuse was. Like, what are we doing? Yeah, clearly we need more games like Sonic Forces, you know? That's way better than Mania. Mania was only celebrated to be, you know, the best Sonic game since the Genesis, you know? Who needs more of that? Activision is more like, yes, we are aware through in-game match statistics with stuff like, how much fun did you have your last match? To like Twitter polls, to all these other things that people do not want skill-based matchmaking. There's a million reasons why it's a bad thing. I used to go way more in depth on that on old videos that are no longer up from an old channel, but they've just outwardly said a few years ago, yes, it kills player retention, more people quit playing the game when skill-based is in the game, less people play, less people have fun, but more people spend money on the item shop with skill-based matchmaking. We get more money from the casual crowd, but everyone is just generally unhappy, but you buy it anyway. They actually said that. Like, that's not even me paraphrasing. They were just like, yep, we make more money with skill-based matchmaking. Our games die within a month because everyone just leaves because it gets tedious with the matchmaking system. But we make bank doing it, so fuck you. Like, they've actually just said that. They're not even hiding it. That's what makes me mad. But at least I think they know that they're evil and that they can just get away with it. I think Sonic Team just doesn't just doesn't know how to make a game. Why am I always out of food? Like every 2 seconds. I must hunt to survive. Hello, piggy. Because I was all about skill-based matchmaking when it was being announced as like a concept for games to start doing. Like when Fortnite was going to do it. But it so quickly becomes an issue. Because like, I'm trash at games, right? I'm just not that great. I'm like kind of okay at Dark Souls and that's about it. I am a slightly below average COD player. When X-Defiant was out, which was my favorite FPS game. They got shut down. Rest in peace. It had a skill-based matchmaking system. And my kill-to-death ratio, that entire game's existence, was 0.7. I am slightly below average. I had infinitely more fun in that game than any Call of Duty. what happens with skill-based is it has to reshuffle you into a different lobby every match because, you know, you could have gone up or down in skill, so you can't come up with any rivalries in a match. You're constantly reshuffled. It takes forever to get into a game because it has to find 11 other people that are exactly your skill level. But here's how it ends up going. In COD Cold War, they had a graph that showed you how your skill-based matchmaking was working. And you would see when you lose a match, you go up, and then you lose a match, you get down. And it would just go up, down, up, down, up, down the entire way. Because it puts you on a win-lose system. You are effectively set up to fail with skill-based matchmaking. You basically are given an allowance of when you're allowed to succeed. Hey, you won your last match. You have to lose your next one to give someone else a turn at winning. It's like the worst version of a participation trophy. They will actively put you in a lobby knowing you're going to lose, so why bother getting invested? Hey bud, you lost your last match, so we're going to put you against actual potato players so that you feel good about yourself and buy things from our item shop. Have fun, buddy. And that's just what they do now. It doesn't matter much to me during the camo grind, because it's not about the lobbies there. In fact, it's actually easier for the camo grind with skill-based, because you can reverse boost and exploit the system. But there's no stakes in the game now. I know for a fact that I will win this game because I lost the last game. They have put me in a lobby specifically tailored for me to win. That's not fun. And it kind of defeats the purpose of COD. Because the thing with kill streaks is you're kind of meant to have a snowball effect with how the game is played. You get, you know, I think nowadays it's 4 kills in a row. You get a 4-kill streak without dying, you get a UAV. It enhances your radar, which lets you getting kills be easier. And then once you get 7 kills, you can get like either a VTOL or a, you know, whatever kill streak you have selected, and it snowballs. So when you get a lead early on, it makes the later half easier. So what ends up happening is you can't get a kill streak because everyone is like kind of the same skill level, but just a little bit above. So what happens is you have basically a 1.1 or a 0.9 KD at all times. Either just barely pulling ahead or barely losing, and they won it like that. Doesn't seem like skill-based issue, it seems like bad skill-based, but that's how it always will be. It's just more obvious some games than others. I think Cold War is my favorite COD of the modern era, but it has the worst skill-based system. I think the game in itself, I think, is great, but it's skill-based fucking sucks, man. It's how it always has to be. And there's other negatives that you just can't get around just because inherently. Every game feels like you have to sweat because you're constantly being put against players that are like challenging you. It's always a competitive lobby because they're using a competitive ranking system for you in these games. You cannot chill in Call of Duty anymore. You have to sweat all of the time or just face tank a loss. Because that's what it ends up being for me, is I just have to accept that I will lose this game because they told me I have to lose the game. And at that point, there's no emotion behind it. It's just all empathy now. I have to just either face tank the loss and not even try because I know I'm going to lose because they actively, literally rigged the game in the other team's favor. Either by making their team have better players or putting worse players on my team to compensate. Or you can do what the smart people do in reverse boost, which is you actively kill yourself over and over and over, to get a super low kill to death ratio for like 10 games in a row, and then you can just steamroll the next like 5 before it can rebalance you back to where you're really at. So the system backfires anyway, because people just abuse it. When Cold War came out, there were tons of clips of people joining lobbies where the enemy team was just actively throwing grenades at their own feet to die over and over and over, just so they can break the system. Nobody likes the system, but it's profitable. And what is so ironic to me is they just released ports of the original Black Ops 1 and 2 on PlayStation. The games are fully how they were back then. There's no changes. So they have the old matchmaking system. So not only do matches start immediately, I think I saw a clip of a game of Team Deathmatch started in literally 1.5 seconds upon clicking the Find Match button, which is hilarious because now it's like a 2-minute process. But the games sold so well. Not only did they just crush the actual Call of Duty sales for this year, I think they had more sales than GTA 6 pre-orders. And then they went on Twitter a few days ago and were like, yeah, so we know the success about the Black Ops 1 and 2 ports, but we're actually gonna go back to the new matchmaking system for the new COD because it makes more money. Awesome. Thank you, Activision. That's really cool. It sucks so bad. I hate that we have to have this fight every year of them acknowledging that it's worse for their game and it kills their game faster, but it makes more money. Because people just get bored with skill-based, because you can just tell if you're going to win or lose, you know? There's no point in playing a game where you know the outcome. And it's not like people were even complaining about the old system anyway. They were just trying to min-max profit. Because it was mixed before. You would have people on your team that were better and worse than you. On the enemy team better or worse than you. But, that wasn't good enough, I guess. Okay. I think I've terraformed. I want to carve a little bit off that. That looks weird. Then I think we can start doing other stuff. It's just all about game feel with COD. You can just feel the matchmaking fight you every chance it gets, and it's so discouraging. And even so, it's like, with skill-based, that's such an unnatural way to get better at a game. Is just have the game give you wins. And again, I'm not even good at Call of Duty. I'm below average. I don't know. It just feels so unnatural. And I don't think you ever learn anything. With the new system, you can't get better at Call of Duty. You will only remain stagnant because you're not forced to learn. You don't have to actually participate in the game. Because you know what? My dad plays Call of Duty. He plays it for like a month every year and then just quits playing because he gets bored because skill-based. But he actively roots for skill-based and really likes the system, but because of that, because of skill-based, he doesn't know how to play the game. He never looks at his radar and gets just ambushed all the time from players he should be seeing. And so I'll watch him play. I'll be like, hey, there's someone to your left. He was like, how do you know that? Like, because they're on your mini-map. And he's like, oh, I never look at that thing. It's like, yeah, well, no shit, because you don't have to. You don't have to get better at this game. The game just makes you fight other people that don't give a shit. You don't have to learn the game. It just gives you a win, because who cares? That's a little bit better. Like, trust me, I was all about skill-based matchmaking until, like, a little bit into the first game they really implemented it, and I realized how terrible of a thing that is. I was all about it for a little bit. You don't realize how harmful it is to the game until you actively play them like I do. It's just the thing with Activision. They actively acknowledge that most people don't want it. And it's like, how do you even balance a game like that? Because the top players and the bottom players are effectively playing entirely different games. So it's like, okay, in the low skill lobbies, they're using a lot of low recoil, low damage weapons because they're easier to control. But in the high skill lobbies, they're using a lot of high recoil, high damage weapons. So how do you balance it? The top players want to nerf to the high damage weapons because they're the meta, right? But for low skill lobbies, they want a buff to the high damage, high recoil weapons because they can't control them because of the high recoil. So how do you balance that? You're effectively creating a ton of metas in the same game that can't... It just doesn't work. It makes me so mad. It just doesn't work from a fundamental level. It will never work. And it's not that I feel like skill-based can never exist. It has to exist for, like, competitive lobbies. There's a competitive tab and a casual tab in Call of Duty. Why is there even a difference now? Because casual is competitive, because there's a ranking system. There's no incentive to get better at the game, though, because the game will just give you easier people. My dad will never improve at Call of Duty. He could play that game every day for the rest of his life and not get better at it, because he doesn't have to. He's effectively reverse boosting, not on purpose. He actively chooses to not learn the game so it doesn't get harder. And people like him play the game like that. Especially for someone that does camo grinds like me, when I have to spend, 15 hours on every weapon in the game. Like, I'll go and use a terrible weapon, like some kind of rocket launcher or whatever that's meant for, like, aerial kill streak destruction, and have to use it against players, and it's terrible and it's horrible and whatever. And it puts me in garbage lobbies, right? Because, like, my kill to death ratio is nothing, because I'm not even fighting players. Like, I'm shooting down kill streaks for a challenge. So I'll go and get, like, 10 games in a row with, like, a literally a 0 KD. But then I'll swap, once I'm done with the challenges, to, like, a meta weapon. Like some super strong SMG. That's not fair to the players I'm fighting, because now the game thinks I'm like a brain-dead potato that doesn't know how to hold a controller, right? Because I have 0 kills in the last 10 games. So they pair me with people that probably... I'm not even being, like, sarcastic, that they probably think I have, like, an accessibility controller. Like, they probably think I'm using fucking foot pedals to play this game right now. And I just crush the lobby. That's not fair to them. I'm not trying to reverse boost, I'm just trying to do challenges. Like, it just doesn't work. Like, as much as they've tried to make compromises with the system, it never feels good. It was so much better when they weren't trying to make us guinea pigs for, like, some experiment, you know? Like, I get it in the competitive mode, but why even have a competitive mode if the casuals are now competitive? It's Call of Duty. This isn't like an esport. Like, like this isn't CSGO. It's the arcade shooter where you die and respawn, die and respawn, die and respawn. Like, this is not a serious game. It just makes the game so boring. There's such a slog to get through. Anyway, I am going to find some bamboo. Because I want to start building some stuff around here. Including a enchantment area, but I would like some scaffolding to do that. So I'm going to stock up on food. And then I'm going to set sail. Ugh. Well, Mr. Egg, I hope you have a great lunch. I hope it is very yummy. I'm also really enjoying that I cut this down. I might take it down even lower, to be honest. I like that. Bye-bye indeed. Can I breed these cows yet? Make more babies so I can consume you. Okay. I should also make a ton of barrels. I feel like those are going to be better for just sorting stuff. I think they also just look better. So. I might have to bite the bullet and start like actually sorting my chests. Why do I have so many snowballs? What am I keeping snowballs for? I also want to do stuff with the armor trims. I've never really used those. I want to have like cool armor trims. I don't know like what the cool ones are. And to your point with like that kind of ranking system, Cold War was their only game where they actually showed you where you were in relation to other players. Right now, it is an invisible matchmaking. You don't know if you're good or not, because there's no visible rank. The only stat you have is a kill to death and a win to loss ratio. So you could just compare it with other players to be like, what's your win loss or kill death? But they're all going to be the same because they want it to be the same. They want every player to have a 1.0 win-loss in KD, because that is the most fair. You know? Like, you don't get the satisfaction of seeing that you're a B+, you know? You're just another cog in the machine. I have, on paper, I am on the same level as actual, like, professional players. Because there is no, like, actual ranked system unless you're in ranked. That's the only difference between casual and ranked lobbies, is you get, like, a visible, like, difference between the two. Is this not a thunder? I guess there's no thunder, just a normal storm. How many of you are left? I need there to be more cows. Breed faster. Go out hunting real quick. Hmm. I should also get more spruce. Yeah, it's just, I think a lot of people that are playing it now, like the people they're trying to cater to are very much like the casual crowd. And they don't really care about that kind of thing. Like, he is super content with just being average without wanting to improve. And I think they're just kind of feeding into that. Because when no one wants to improve, people aren't really upset about, like, their kill to death, I guess. As long as it's, like, within reason, they just don't really care and they'll just spend money on COD points or whatever. No, I have not seen the video comic. Not see really any video comics. It's not really my thing. This is one tree. Oh, this year's Call of Duty, they had something called a minimal matchmaking system, where they said skill-based matchmaking was less intense than it was, which is true, but it's still there, and you can still kind of feel the effects of it. But it's the closest we've gotten in like 7 years, so I'll have to take that. It's not as good as it was back then, but it's getting better, I guess. I think the only problem is it's an optional matchmaking. So like you can either do minimal skill based or full skill based. So I feel like a lot of people are just going to do skill based anyway, which kind of defeats the purpose. Like it can't be a mixed pot if they can just choose a different pot, you know? I think it would flow better if they got rid of the option. I think the part that just makes me mad is like, this was such a non-issue for the first 20 years of this game's life. Of this franchise anyway, until they made it an issue. Like nobody was complaining. Like that's just how the game worked. But again, I ask you, if giving them a visible rank is what it would take, then why not just play competitive? Why not have the competitive, skill-based section, and then the open matchmaking section? Why does both of them need to be skill-based? That's super redundant. Because we have a ranked system that gives you a rank in a grade and whatever. It's just the more I've thought about it, the more I'm just like, just get rid of it. I don't want it anymore. Get it out of here. It's stinky and bad. Okay, I need a boat. Because I live on an island. I have a boat somewhere. I think I might have a screenshot of it still, because it was funny. But during one of the CODs, I had exactly 420 wins and 420 losses. And it was like that consistently. Like when I say win, lose, win, lose, win, lose, it is literally that. Like there is zero, like, leniency with that. Like, you are actually in, like, a predetermined lobby. Exactly. On my perspective too, I mean, I also kind of hit that wall where it's like, why bother even using anything meta? Why bother trying to get better when I'm just gonna be punished for doing so? Like, because that's what it is. It's a punishment. You're actively being deterred from being better at the game because they're just gonna slap you with harder things. So it's like, what's the point of improving? Why not even sprint through the map? Why use my radar? Why even shoot my gun? You know, it's just gonna hurt my next game anyway. Why even bother playing the game? And then that's where it gets you. Hey, look at this. I'm gonna combine the things. Look, 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 look. Whoa! I did the thing that you wanted. Wow. Y'all got any books in here? But I think the reason you could get away with no, or at least extremely minimal skill-based matchmaking is because it is a team-based game, unless you're playing free-for-all. So even if you are really bad at the game, you're still capable of winning because it's a 6v6 game. So it's like... you know, it like, cool, I suck, but my 5 teammates are like old FaZe Clan people, so you still have a chance. Hey man, you told me to combine stuff. I combined stuff. That's what you get. I did as you said. And I reduced, I reused, I recycled. I hit the 3 R's. I'm straight up gaming. Y'all got any bamboo over here? I'll take your cows. Oh look, it's the thing that should have lost the mob vote. Wow, there he is. So useful. I'm really glad that made it into the game. It seems I saw some bookshelves in here. Thank you, my good sir. Actually, I'll take the wheat. I have cows need feeding. But I think you just I think you missed the point a little bit. Adding a rank would actively harm the system in Activision's eyes, because a rank means that you could see that you're not good at the game. There was a point from like 2020 to 2022 where the COD games were released, and that point stopped even showing you your deaths on your scoreboard. It would only show kills. They want you to feel like you're doing really well at all times. It would be very counterintuitive for them to tell you that you're below average. Because then you'll feel bad and you won't spend money in the item shop. That's why it's not in casual, but is in competitive. Because you know what you're getting into in competitive. They don't want you to feel bad. They want you to have a perfect, average 1.0 KD forever. Because if you have a higher KD, that means someone has a lower KD, and that's no good. They're not going to spend money. They need you to be perfectly, to a T, average. Cool. If they give you a rank, you could have like a D-. That's no good. Now you feel bad. You're not going to buy COD points. You're not going to buy the Nicki Minaj skin. You're going to be all sad and uninstall the game. That's not very profitable. You can't negotiate with terrorists. You gotta just remove the system. Theoretically, the game should just be fun, and you should just inherently want to be better at the game, you know? You should actively want to improve, but the system is designed to discourage improvement. Because if you're improving, then someone else is losing. You know what I mean? Trust me, man, I've had 7 years to think about this. This is not an off-the-cuff thing. I've had this debate, I mean, at this point, like hundreds of times with people. I don't think there is a way to win that is not remove the system. I think I've been there already. What's a man gotta do for bamboo? What's it gotta do to be Tarzan? Excuse me, gentlemen. Ooh, I can get more firefly bushes. Ooh, and my some of my favorite flowers. I think I came across a jungle, like, on the very first stream, but that was so long ago, and I died and had to restart, so I don't know where that would be. Also, the fireflies are mine. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Do I have torches? Yes, I do. I realize the bitrate's probably terrible on your end, because it's a live stream. Apologies. I should also be boating across this, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know, I've had trouble with bitrate in my videos. I guess I haven't really looked back at any of my live streams yet. But, like, they'll look fine on the, like, the recording. And then while I'm editing, they're fine. But it's the final export. I feel like my bitrate is terrible. I use Premiere to edit, and I actively select, like, high bitrate. So I don't know why. I think I mostly have it sorted now. I remember my first Dark Souls 1 video I did, whenever I'm in like a sewer area, it's like unwatchable. Like it's terrible. Skeleton jockey. Oh no. Also, I apologize for that remark. Wee. And off we go. I say it every time and then I don't do it, but I really wish... I forgot what I was saying, like, mid-sentence, because I got distracted by stream stuff. Damn, hate to see it. Oh, I wish that I brought maps, so I, like, map out these areas. So I usually play with, like, a mini-map, but I wanted to have a more natural-feeling world this time around. There's a lot of oceans in this world. Hey, we're almost to day 100. Uh, 100 days video? I don't know about all that. I've done basically nothing in 100 days, I'm gonna be real with you. It would be the worst 100 days video you've ever seen. There's a temple. Oh my god, what is that? Holy shit. I don't know about all that, gang. Nah, I think I'm good, actually. I think we're gonna go around that. I'm not feeling it, I'm gonna be honest. I think we're gonna go ahead and go this way. I am a coward. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that structure yet. That is a new one. That'd be a hell of a way to go on day 100. Oh, a lot of drown this way. Man, these oceans are endless. I should probably crank my render distance too. I think that would help a lot. I've never rode one of those new shell dudes that were in an update a few updates ago. I don't know if those are any good. I also don't think I've ever been out this way. I think this is new territory. Try to dock here. This is probably just going to be an island or something, but who knows? Yeah, sure is just an island. But they might have bookshelves. Or books, that also works. Bundle, why not? Day 100! It's day 100! Oh, this looks a little bit bigger than I anticipated. This feels very like Minecraft beta to me. There's just a little hill there. With Savannah, that's not really what I'm looking for. Quite the opposite, actually. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, was packpot.png. The exact kind of mountain. This is the junior version. It's kind of funny how stuff like that comes about, where it's like, all right, we need a thumbnail for this like icon on the menu. So they just hit like generate world and then just like walked until they found something like mildly interesting. And then it became like the most iconic thing ever. And it's like, oh, jungle, 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 jungle. Oh, baby. Bamboo, please. I've wanted bamboo for so long. Yeah, it's just funny how something so nonchalant can end up being such like a iconic thing. I better see some bamboo. Because I'm not seeing any right now. Are there such things as jungles with no bamboo? Because if there is, I'm extremely sad. Got some parrots. Bamboo, 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 bamboo. Oh, and there it is. I have won. I have beat Minecraft. Awesome tree there. Okay. This would be a really cool spot if you cleared this out. That'd be really cool. Also walked past bamboo? Am I stupid? Oh, yeah, I did. I am stupid. Boink. Yes. And now I can grow infinite bamboo. I can go home. I guess I should collect, like, some jungle wood. I'm not a huge fan, but we might as well. That's the stuff. Okay, do we have saplings for it? No. Let me get a few saplings. If these even drop saplings. I don't know why they wouldn't, but it would also be my luck. Oh no. Clip on Discord. Of me being stupid, probably? Oh, yeah, it sure is, huh? Oh, damn, yeah. I literally... Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Caught in 4K. That's awesome. Love that. I'm like your average NPC in a stealth game. Must have been the wind. Ooh, sapling. Okay, we're good. We have achieved the ling of sap. I wanna go home now. Really, bamboo grows so fast, we just needed one single bamboo to make it worth it, so I will absolutely take that. Hell yeah. Obviously, I'm not going to do it here, but I would also like to have a horse at some point. be kinda neat. More cows to kill. Always good. We're somehow, like, not out of inventory space. Isn't that kind of funny that they added, like, the Slender Man into the game as a reference to, like, a random creepypasta? And then did nothing else like that ever again? What if we just kept getting creepypasta mobs, you know? What if Jeff the Killer was in this game? Or Laughing Jack, or something like that. That'd be funny. I should also, pull up my screenshot folder so I can, like, find my way home. That'd be really cool. This... Awesome. Cool. You know, I guess my house is kind of high up. It's, Y level 87. It's a little above average. Only by like 20 blocks or so from sea level. It's not like it's on a mountain or anything. Was this the island that my house was connected to? I don't think it is. No, I'm still 4,000 blocks away. That is a... that is a false trail right there. I'll get some drive-by firefly bush, though. It is good. Imagine playing this game with, like, no F3, though. Like, imagine playing this game with no coordinates. That's insane. Like, I get it for land travel. It's like, oh, place torches wherever you go or something. But it's like, how are you supposed to do that for water travel? Kinda nuts that they expect you just to have that kind of sense of direction. Compass, that's fair. I'm thinking about that giant structure we just found with, like the ocean temple or whatever, but like the jumbo version of that. It just made me realize, I don't think I've ever actually done an ocean temple ever in my life. That'd be a hell of a introduction for it. Alright, we've hit the X coordinate. We just need to go 4,000 more blocks in this direction. I am glad we got some bamboo, though. That's gonna speed up a lot of stuff. Not even necessarily like the build I want to do right now, but just for the future. Anything that requires any amount of building is gonna be so much better now. Some pesky land getting in my way. In a giant portal. It's not that big. Ow, thank you. Little house. Oh, little village. Ouch. Good luck, little village. I also need to go like 200 more blocks this way. I don't know how I got so disaligned on my X coordinate. There we go. Back on a nice river. Can properly zoom again. Whoa, that's a really cool ship spawn. That is so sick, actually. POV Titanic. Those are really cool. It's like fully submerged in ice. Huh. Well, I found moss. That's good. I'll always take more moss. Cool. lot of Endermen. Like this is a way different path than the way I took to get here. I'm not sure what I did differently. Another snow town. Very interesting farm you got here. Gee, I sure hope I don't fall into any of the snow. I don't think you can tame bunnies in this game. Bunnies are kind of a weird addition. I don't really know what they really add to like the gameplay loop. Good vibes, I guess. Hello, Miss Rockruff. I did not know that a Dungeons 2 was out yet. Was not aware that was a thing I could even be doing. Ooh, I think I might recognize that. I think we might be getting closer. Well, I should find a early copy of Dungeons 2 to play and get skinned alive by Microsoft. I don't like the genre of game that Dungeons is, though. That's kind of the problem. I've never played Dungeons 1. But I'll be honest, Minecraft Dungeons would not be my first pick on a game in that genre. Okay, we should be almost home. Bamboo in hand. What's even different about Dungeons 2? What improvements are there from the first? More dungeon? I feel like you could just make it DLC. I think they had DLC for Dungeons 1. Welcome back, Mr. Egg Gamer. I mean, if there's a new dimension, you could have just updated Dungeons 1 with it. And you'll never guess, Egg. We got bamboo. We found it. We are so back. So now, I can go over here and be like, boom. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you have to put like a space in between them for them to grow properly, but I'm going to do it anyway. Boom. Oh, that is fair. They are allergic to updating games. Very fair. Did not consider that. Okay. And we also have all this. I have a lot of stuff to cook. That is awesome. A lot more firefly bushes. We got some of that. Some of my favorite flowers. We'll stick those there. Can't be close. Cool. I have a little space between them anyway. Who cares? Throw that down. I found moss, which is funny, after all the trouble I went through to get moss for the first time. Cool. I'm gonna go feed my cows. How y'all doing? Get fed, you filthy, filthy animals. Have lots of steamy hot sex so I can eat your babies. Okay. Now, we will place some more of these, because they are very pretty. I wish for more fireflies. You know what? I guess that they are pretty wonderful animals. Some religions consider them deities, so they're kind of the opposite from, like, filthy animals. If anything, they're, like, holy animals. But I will say they are very delicious animals. I actually consumed a cow for lunch today. I feasted upon the beef. I should definitely put a lot of these near this pond area. I feel like I got so many bushes and I'm almost out. I think completely deadass firefly bushes might be like my favorite addition in the past, like, insane amount of updates. And then single sunflower. Okay. All that stick. Oh, it's so good. We have so much food now. Oh. Oh. We're winning. We are winning, ladies and gentlemen. Gamers. We've done it. Look at that bamboo. They grow up so fast. Beautiful. Mr. Harry Mario also clipped a little clip of me completely missing bamboo, which was very, very not cool. And I've been called out and caught in 4K. And I'm sure he will spread that. Like the heathen he is. Of my hubris. Okay, I also want to add a lot of trees to the area. It is very much a plain right now, and I think I want to spread the cherry blossom around here, because I already have some blossoms here. Although I could, since oak is a little bit easier to work with, in my opinion, with making custom trees, I could probably just bring the oak forest over here. I feel like cherry blossoms would go really well with these two ponds, though. Oh, and I did not get any sea pickles. I meant to do that. That is a bummer. Okay. Next time we go out on a big adventure, I'll make sure to grab some of those. Okay. Yes, see, he is indeed spreading my failures, which is impressive because I have a lot of those. But he's managed to find all of them. Do I have any more candles, by the way? I feel like 3 is not enough candle. If only I had sorted chests. Dang. Okay. I kind of wish there was a way to stop these guys from growing up all the way, because I really like the middle stage, where they're all cute and small. I really vibe with that. I don't know if there's a way to do that. Probably not. Keep them malnourished and stop them from growing. I would also like to spread my territory a little bit. A golden dandelion, does that stop them from growing? I've never heard that before about dandelions. Do I have any moss carpet, perchance? Stupid question. Can I just make moss carpet? Yes. Okay. Awesome. That makes my life so much easier. I'll be real with you. I don't think I knew that golden dandelions were in the game to begin with. Okay, so we're gonna toggle our thing here. Boink. Okay, so everything that is green, mobs cannot spawn. Everything that is red, they can spawn. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go around and I'm gonna make a new shovel because ours broke. A dandelion. This was a sunflower, right? This wasn't a dandelion. Do I even know what a dandelion is? It's a sunflower. Okay. Okay. Red areas closest to me. Get out of here. Gonna do one of these. One of these. Oops, not like that. Oh, gotcha. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have a few of those. I would like to be to the point in this world where I can walk around and it be nighttime and me not have to worry about being blown up by a creeper. Hi, buddy. How's it going? So is it just like something I use on a mob? Like I just click a dandelion on them and they become anti-grow uppies? They just lose the ability to grow? Weird. I did not hear about that. I missed that change. Like, I don't keep up with Minecraft updates anymore because I just know it's going to be underwhelming for me. And if something is like really bonkers, one of you will probably just let me know about it. Obviously, no one cared to inform me about the Golden Dandelion update. Yeah, oh wait, these are? Oh, yeah, cool. I thought you meant the ones that were, like the ones that are on the floor, like the petals. I thought it was like one of those. That also makes sense. Because I am using my F7 menu to look at light levels, Miss Rockruff, and I am using this to my advantage to spawn-proof my little area. I don't like spamming torches everywhere, but I can just do this. Oh my god, Egg's so right. It's because it is oranger on the other side. Holy shit. Actual genius in our grasp right now. We can only wish to be as smart as Egg Guy. Okay. I think with a little bit more, we should be able to, like, fully jump around in our base and not get, like, ganged up on by some freaking creepers. And that's gonna be really cool. And just like that. Oh yeah. Our base is so freaking safe. I shall call it the Sanctuary. How am I gonna go about doing this? Is it just because the shade from this tree? Yeah, shade from Hollow Knight, of course. My shade cloak will protect me. That's how you make Minecraft better. Oh, I'm out of torches. Damn. You just need an iframe dash. Oh, now that you say that, that might be true. It might be transparent. Oh, I also need more moss. I'm not gonna go totally crazy on it. I don't want to accidentally use all my moss and then run out and then be super sad about it. It probably doesn't actually impact the light levels, especially with this like toggle I have on. It probably wouldn't take that into account. Yeah. Okay. Well, I will simply do this. And that solves all my problems. Ha ha ha. Yeah. I find this very satisfying, like clearing out all the red areas. They should make like a simulation type game, like Power Wash Simulator or something, but it's you just like cleansing a place from evil. You're like a priest or something. I think I'll do the upper part of this mountain hill thing, and then I think I'll be good on this side. Just trying to get a real general area here. Let's do this right here. Awesome. Then we'll do a little patch right here. Even this out a little bit. Yeah. It's gonna look really good with our firefly bushes. Because it's gonna look like it's the fireflies that are lighting up the area, maybe. That'd be kind of sweet. Oh god, there's like 2 random blocks. Here. There you go. Just put moss on them. They can't spawn there anyway. Oh, it's not gonna work. There we go. Awesome. Now if we turn this off real quick. Oh, look at that. No mobs whatsoever. Even though it looks like something could probably spawn there. They're not. And there's all these little particle effects. Lovely. What if we look in the distance? It is still not cleansed. There's still more work to be done. At least a little bit. That means we can always sleep with no problem, because there'll never be any monsters nearby. But hey, that's the goal. Eventually, someday, all of our land will be mobless. And then it'll be super efficient if I ever make like a mob farm here. Also, you must die. I'm in the water. What are you gonna do about it? Okay, way to go. Wait, for the sake of a fair duel, I'll come up here. How about that? There we go. Back to the game. Let's get that F7. Okay. We only have 18 more. They'll go by fast. I think we can get this little clearing out of the way. That'd be nice. And then I think what I'm going to do, I'm not going to end stream yet. Not quite yet. But I think I'm going to wait to do my enchantment area until next stream. Because I want to get some practice in. I want to make sure it looks nice and not embarrass myself. So I might try out some things. Clear out a space for it maybe. And tinker around until I find something that kind of works. And then I'll stream building it. But I don't want to really risk making a fool out of myself. Making something super ugly. I love moss. I'm so glad they added this. This is such a good way to light up an area. Because spamming torches everywhere is ugly. But sometimes you want a more natural look, so just like spamming like lamp posts, like aesthetically is better, but it's not necessarily as like natural looking as it is just doing this. I'm really glad that this is a thing I can just do. Like, that's freaking epic. Alright. Here's your daily meal there, fellas. Get breeding. I got a lot of food now, but I might not later. Okay. That is good for lighting up the area for now. So, it doesn't look like it, but nothing can spawn here. Just what we like to see. Okay. How you doing, guys? Oh, you sleeping? We straight up snoozing. You're just faking it, though. I can tell. Okay. I should probably make some more torches. Because I'm low on those. Awesome. Then I'll stock you up a little bit. Stock you up a little bit. Awesome. Okay. What else do I want to do? I could go out for some sea cucumbers. Well, first let me throw this here. Okay, let me cut down this bamboo a little bit. It's getting tall. Awesome. Then I'll just replant. Not there. Fill these in. Cool. That's going to be way more efficient. Now, let us go look for some sea cucumbers. Just a few. We don't need that many. Or it's going to rain on my parade. That's really cool. Oh, and I didn't see, Mr. Egg, did you see if the dandelion thing works on, the baby ghasts? There's probably a good chance that it doesn't, since it's like another dimensional mob. Also, not to bother you if you're, currently doing something. Because either way, it's too late for me, because they're already grown up. Unless it, like, reverts them back to childhood. Which would be kind of funny and also kind of messed up. Okay. Y'all got any sea cucumbers down here? Oh, do they have to be, like, in a certain region? That makes sense. There was also, I think, some sea cucumbers in a trial chamber that I did. I could also go back to those. That was just around the corner. That was just on the coast here. It works. Cool. So if I find another baby ghast in the nether sometime, I'll make sure to pick it up and give it a little bit of a dandelion. I think it would be cute if I had my my little doggos make a baby and make the baby permanent. I wonder what happens if you breed two dogs that look different like that, or two wolves. Like, do they come up with like a mixed wolf, or is it just take after one of the parents? I was pretty sure the chamber was over here. Now I have my doubts. Oh, nope, there it is. Whoa, that could have been a chasm. I could have died. Ooh, and Mr. Egg, you missed it. We were traveling to see if we could find some bamboo, and I was just going through the ocean, and I don't remember seeing it any of the last times I was traveling, but there was like a giant ocean monument like castle that was floating above the oh, was it recharged? Oh, it did recharge. Whoa. It was floating above the water. Like, it was a whole, like, new structure. But it was too spooky and I didn't go in there. But if this place recharges, I have a chance of getting keys. Which is kind of cool. I didn't get too close, but I zoomed in a little bit, and it was like a, oh, it was a whole thing. Key! I got a key. Shrine key. And also cucumbers for me. Nom 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 nom. Once I get enchanted armor, though, you better believe I'm going back there. I kind of forget Guardians are even in the game. They feel not very Minecrafty to me. Ow, ow, ow. But it wasn't like too far from the base. Like, okay, I guess it was far, but it wasn't. It's just like a straight, like south from where we are. So it's like very easy to get to, easy to find. Ouch. I also have food this time. Last time I did this, I had no food. Chicken. Oh. I do not know what that was. Potion of Swiftness. How incredibly useful. Okay, where is exit? Okay, yeah, it was this room. So I have a key, and I guess I can use it here? Maybe? Yeah. Terrible. Absolutely garbage loot. I'm so glad I got a copper pickaxe, a cake, and 5 gold. I'm setting the world on fire with this loot. That's freaking epic. Meanwhile, you can out here finding like diamonds and shipwrecks and stuff. The loot pool in this game confuses me. You're out here finding like full iron armor and village chests. I guess it was more about the journey than the destination. There we are. Home base. It's all lit up. I feel like I could put even more moss and torches, because it doesn't look as lit up as it actually is. Like there's like a dark patch here, but nothing can actually spawn there, so it's safe. It just look more safe than it currently is. Okay. Collect all that sugarcane, and we only got 2 pickles. But that's better than no pickles, so. Throw them in here. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that lights up underwater blocks that look natural like that. Can't really think of any. I think we're gonna go ahead. I don't really have a good place to put this cake. I could give it to doggos. They might enjoy cake. We'll throw it in here for now. Okay. Bamboo didn't grow that much, but I guess I wasn't gone for that long, so that makes sense. Let me get some more moss. Get some bone meal and start harvesting some. I'm in a constant cycle of needing moss. Where is my bone meal? There it is. Just head out this way. Put down on moss, and boom. I did not bring any dirt to fill it back in. That's really cool of me. Just mine down an entire hill here. Where did I put the dirt for it? It's gotta be somewhere. Or not. Man, if only this was organized. Some dirt. Wait, did I use all the dirt? I'm double clicking with this. I'm not getting any dirt. I think I used all the dirt. That's kind of nuts. Yeah, I only had enough to do one of those. That's kind of sad. But I also need to redo my wheat over here. give back to the cows. Alright, you hooligans. Breed. Okay, that's all of you. Well, I guess we can do 7 more of our moss placements here. Not a lot, but it's honest work. I think we'll get some on this end. Well, no, actually. Yeah, let's do it over here. It says high ground. It's a hot spot for dubious activity. Just up until here. That's kind of good for that area, to be honest. I'm not too worried about that. Guess we just get started on the stuff down here. Cool. Maybe we can get working on that next time. It's gonna be harder for that little spot down there because that's only like surface level. I didn't put any dirt blocks below this since this was an entrance to a mine. But our main place is safe and that's what matters. Nothing gonna reach us here. Okay. I think that's gonna do us for this time. I know my Minecraft streams aren't as long as my Dark Souls streams, but I generally talk more in these, I feel like, to fill in gaps, as I have to concentrate a lot in Dark Souls, and my voice gets very, very rough from the constant speaking. So, I think we're gonna call it here. We lit up our area. If you want to count the stuff I did off camera that we didn't go over last time, I did get cows. You know, we have a stable food source now, thankfully. We got moss, some sea pickles, all that. So this is much improved. This tunnel's been improved since last stream. It's all andesite now, so it feels more like an official tunnel. Again, bamboo. Don't forget the bamboo. We got more nether wood. Covered up some holes. Did some terraining. This has got to be something. That's begging to be something. I'm not sure yet. For next time, I've said it the past 3 streams, but I pinky promise we gotta do something with enchanting. I got the bookshelves to do it now. I just need the willpower. So off stream, I'll practice a few just like layouts for what I do, because I don't know what I want to do yet. I was thinking putting it somewhere on a pond, but I don't really feel it this time. I might make like a little gazebo or whatever it is. Put it in that. I just don't know where or what I want to make it. Oh, I want to make it its own little place. So, yeah. And then I also want to build some, like, handmade trees. Might be kind of cool. Just because this does feel a little barren. And then once we get the trees going, I can make paths from one thing to the other. Well, I guess trees would be last, right? Because you'd want to build all the locations and roads, and then trees where there's not roads. So, we'll see. Yeah, everything's lit up. It's all pretty. We can wait till nighttime starts so we can see all these fireflies. We made it past day 100. I still need to craft a little harness for our second one there. This one's black. I might make that one white. I don't know yet. But yes. I know it's a little bit on the shorter side of a stream. We just passed 3 hours. That's honestly where I kind of like to keep it. You know, obviously it's my day off today, so I should be doing a lot of editing that this is taking time away from. I am finished with my newest run, but I still have to record the ranking for the weapons, and that's it. But I have not begun the actual editing process yet, so I need to start that later today. But it should be going fine. The video should be out in sub 2 weeks, most likely much sooner than that. So that's a certified chilled promise. So thank you for joining me today. It's been lovely. And I hope you all have a good rest of your day. And I will see you probably next stream, because I most definitely won't get this video done before I stream again. So next stream, I think I will do that modded Dark Souls 2 run that I said I was going to do like 3 weeks ago. And it might not be like an entire run, but I at least want to check it out, because it was recommended by a viewer. And I hold my viewer recommendations to heart. And I do as suggested by the people. So, thank you all for joining. Hope you all have a great day. And I'll see you hopefully next Sunday. Bye-bye.